everyone, welcome back to another fun-filled and information-packed lesson of Actual English. I'm Jennifer Clyde. It's time for lesson 351 and let's talk about the new year. It's time for the New Year 1. Let's focus on New Year's Eve. That's right. It's one of the best times of the year where we get to celebrate the end of a year and to kind of ring in or to bring in a brand new year, right? It's an exciting time of the year. Although a lot of people have regrets by the end of the year, they feel sad to say goodbye to the year they've gotten so used to, it's also a very wonderful start of a brand new year, right? So, what are your plans for New Year's Eve? Let's talk about that today. Let's begin with Actual Talk.
So, New Year's Eve is coming up. Do you have any plans?
Apart from wake up the next morning feeling very, very ill with a bad hangover. Actually, this year is going to be quite a quiet one. We're having a party at our house this year.
Okay.
It's our first year of being married, and we want to spend a little bit of time with family and friends.
So how many people are you inviting?
Just a couple of hundred. No, I think there's 12 of us. So it's couples and then a couple of singles as well.
Yeah.
So it's a nice mix. And
are you doing like a dinner and then...
Yeah, doing some food, a sit-down meal, and then as many bottles of red wine as I can get through. I think. What about yourself?
I like that idea. Yeah, I was kind of planning on going to a club.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I did last year. Usually they have a big party. But I like your plan better. Maybe I'll just have to come crash your party.
The more the merrier is the way I work, yeah. I mean, what do people usually do for New Year's Eve in the States?
I think there's big club events and bars and stuff like that have big events, but a lot of people do stuff at home.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel I have a lot of memories of counting down at my grandma's house while my parents were out at a party.
Yeah.
Or with my family. Everyone kind of wears funky clothes, lots of metallic, silver, gold. I think the sunglasses with the year.
They're amazing, the sunglasses. They're like 2000 for the eyes. I love those things, like little accessories that...
It worked better when it was 2004, 2005, but now that we have 2014, it's a little more difficult to get the sunglasses to work.
That might be difficult. Well, I don't know. I'm sure we'll have fun anyway. Yeah. You're welcome to come to the house.
Oh, thank you.
People from each and every country are different. New Year's Eve, Christmas, these huge holidays are celebrated differently. In Korea, it seems as though on New Year's Eve, people gather with family members. During Christmas, it's more of partying with friends, going outside, getting drunk and going to all these, bars and restaurants and clubs. But New Year's Eve definitely seems to be a much more family-oriented time of the year. But of course, in places such as Canada or Ireland or other countries, of course, it's the other way around. Christmas is more family-oriented, and New Year's Eve is more of a time that people get out and enjoy themselves with their friends. Really celebrate the end of the year and a brand new year. So here we go. Let's take a look at the conversation. So we've got Mary beginning by saying, so New Year's Eve is coming up. I'm sure you hear this a lot on television, let's say, for example, especially when you're flipping through or watching those cable channels. Once a program is over, okay, and you've got all the ads, the commercials, and in between you will hear coming up or coming up next, right? Basically, we're saying that something is nearing, something is coming closer. Okay, we are approaching something. So, New Year's Eve is coming up, meaning it's soon New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is approaching. Do you have any plans? Well, Martin says, apart from waking up the next morning feeling very ill with a bad hangover. Okay, so we've got a pattern here. And of course, a vocab word at the very end of the sentence. He says, apart from A, okay, apart from having a hangover, and then he moves on, but apart from something, when would you say this? It's just another way of saying besides, except for, besides. So apart from, besides waking up really, really sick because you have a hangover from drinking too much, okay? A hangover is what? I'm sure you all know what a hangover is. If you can't remember the meaning of this word, picture this word in your mind. Draw an image. Hangover. Okay, let's say, for example, you hang yourself over something. Let's say there is a pole. There's a pole here. You hang your body over that pole. You're hanging like this. Okay. Do I look like I have a lot of energy? No. I feel like I'm very tired, right? Oh, I have no energy. So you're hanging over that pole, meaning you're feeling very sick and ill because you drank too much the night before. Okay? That is what we call a hangover. So the morning after, you drink a lot. You're feeling tired. Oh, no energy. Sick, ill, and you're throwing up. You've got a hangover. So he says, actually, this year, it's going to be quite a quiet one. So this year's New Year's Eve is going to be a quiet one, a quiet New Year's Eve. And he explains why. We're having a party at our house this year. So he's going to have a party at his house this year. And he says, it's our first year of being married. And we want to spend a little bit of time with family and friends. Okay, now the reason why Martin is saying we is because he is not talking just for himself, but he is talking about what him and his wife are planning to do for New Year's Eve, okay? He and his wife. So he's saying, it's our first year, my wife and my first year being married, and my wife and I want to spend a little bit of time with family and friends. Now, Mary says, so how many people are you inviting? Oh, just a couple of hundred. Okay. Were you surprised when he said this? Just a couple of hundred. 100 people? Yes, that is what he said, but he was just joking, okay? So he was joking by saying, just a couple of hundred, a couple hundred. But he says, no, actually, I think there are 12 of us. 12 of us. Now, if you say, I am inviting 12 people, it means that you will be having 12 guests coming to your house. But if you say there will be, or there are 12 of us, 12 of us, it means that you are including yourself in the group. So perhaps Martin is talking about 10 of his friends or family members, plus him and his wife. Okay, so altogether 12. So it's couples and a couple of singles as well. So it's a nice mix. So he's saying that some of his guests are couples. They will come as couples. And some others will come as singles, meaning by themselves. So it's a nice mix. A mix is what? A mix is a combination. Okay, we often say a mixture of something is a blend of something. It's also a combination. So he's saying, it's a little bit of this, it's a little bit of that. It's a nice combination. It's a nice mix. Now, Mary asks, are you doing a dinner? Are you having dinner? No. Why did she say, are you doing a dinner? Perhaps she's asking if they are planning to prepare dinner for their guests. And what did Martin say? He said, yeah, doing some food. Actually, what should be right there? We are, okay? We are doing some food, meaning we're cooking some food. We're preparing some food. In other words, we're going to have food prepared for people to enjoy. A sit-down meal, okay? A sit-down meal is simply as it says, sit-down meal. A meal people can enjoy sitting down at the dining table, at a table, for example. It's not a buffet type dinner. It's a sit-down meal. He's saying that it will be a proper meal that people will enjoy sitting at a table, okay? And then, as many bottles of red wine as I can get through, okay? As many basically means many, a large quantity, or even the same number as something, but he's saying as many as possible, okay? As many bottles of red wine he can drink. Get through in this case means to finish. So he's saying we're going to have as many red wine, or as much red wine, or bottles of red wine as possible, as much as we can drink. So perhaps, I don't know, 20, 30, maybe not that many, but anyhow, as many bottles as possible. The question is, what about yourself? Now let's see what Mary has in mind. I like that idea, she says. I like that idea. I like your idea. I was kind of planning on going to a club. Here we go. I was kind of planning on doing something. So this shows that she hasn't really made definite plans. She was thinking about going to a club. I was kind of planning on going to a club. She was thinking, should I go to a club? Maybe I won't, okay? That's what I did last year. So last year she went to a club. But, she says, I like your plan better. Maybe I'll just have to come crash your party. Let's take a look at this last sentence here. I love this one. So Mary says, maybe I'll just have to come crash your party. Let's take a look at this word crash. C-R-A-S-H. What comes to mind when you see that word, crash? I think for many people, car accidents, okay? Because often you could say there was a car crash. A car crashed into the wall. A car crashed into another vehicle, okay? So we often might think of an accident when we see this word crash, okay? That's true. Crash is used in those situations, but crash has many other meanings and can be used in many other situations. Let's say, for example, if you say that a business crashes, what does it mean? It means to fail suddenly, okay? A business can crash, okay, which is terrible. What else? Your computer can crash. What does that mean? It means your computer can just go boom, freeze. The monitor can go black. Your computer can crash, okay? It means to fail as well, even in that case. Here, if you say crash somebody's party, for instance, it means to go to that party uninvited. Even if you didn't get an invitation, you just go. You invite yourself. That's crashing a party, okay? So she's saying, maybe I'll just have to crash your party, meaning maybe I'll just have to go to your party, whether you invite me or not. Oh, another one. You can crash at somebody's place, your friend's place, which means to sleep over or spend the night at your friend's place. Hey, let's crash at Amy's house today. Means let's sleep over at Amy's house tonight. Got it? But in this case, it means to go without an invitation. Anyhow, moving on. Well, Martin says, okay, the more, the merrier is the way I work. The more, the merrier. This is a great pattern. When would you say this? The more, the merrier basically means merry means happy, okay? Merrier means happier. So the more, the merrier means the more people involved, the more fun it will be. The more, the merrier. The more, the merrier. So he says the more, the merrier is the way I work. The more people come, hey, the better it is, the more fun it is. What do people usually do for New Year's Eve in the States? So let's check out what people usually do in the US. Mary says there are big club events and bars and stuff that have big events. So we're talking about all these different kinds of big events. A lot of people do stuff at home. Okay, so people do stuff at home. And she says, I have a lot of memories counting down at my grandma's house while my parents were out. Okay, so she's talking about her memories when she was a child. What would she do? At her grandma's place, okay, at her grandma's house, she would do the counting down. 10, 9, 8. Okay, so they would do the counting down at her grandma's house. And she says, everyone wears funky clothes. Funky means what? Okay, well, funky, if you're talking about something that's funky in a nice way, you're saying that it's cool, very stylish. But funky also can be used in the negative, which means strange. But here I think she's saying cool, very stylish, okay? Everyone wears funky clothes, really strange, but strange in a good way, stylish clothes. Lots of metallic, there's metals such as silver, there's a lot of gold, and the sunglasses with the year. Sunglasses with the year, okay. Do you know what she's talking about? There are those sunglasses with those numbers on them. So you can wear it and it says like 2002, 2008. So she's talking about the strange looking sunglasses. They're amazing, Martin says. The sunglasses, they're like 2000. 00 for the eyes. I love those things. So there's 2, 0, 0, 0. And there's your nose. Okay? Got it? Sunglasses, 2000. Anyhow, Mary says, it worked better when it was 2004, 2005. But now that we have 2014 with that 1, it's a little more difficult to get the sunglasses to work. That's right, because you would have 2, 0, and then there's your nose, and then 1, 4. So she's talking about those sunglasses. I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain. Anyhow, here we go. Martin says that might be difficult. I'm sure we'll have fun anyway. We'll have fun. We'll have a good time. You're welcome to come to the house. And Mary says, oh, thank you. So here's our final vocab word. Welcome is an easy word, but basically it means to receive something or accept with pleasure. Okay, it's something good. Something quite nice, something that brings you pleasure. So he's saying you are welcome to come to the house. You're invited. If you don't have anything special to do, come on over and celebrate New Year's Eve with us. So that is an invitation. She will not be crashing his party without an invitation. Okay, hope you enjoyed the conversation. Let's take a listen to it one more time.
So New Year's Eve is coming up. Do you have any plans?
Apart from wake up the next morning feeling very, very ill with a bad hangover. Actually, this year it's going to be quite a quiet one. We're having a party at our house this year.
Okay.
It's our first year of being married, and we want to spend a little bit of time with family and friends.
So how many people are you inviting?
Just a couple of hundred. No, I think there's 12 of us. So it's couples and then a couple of singles as well.
Yeah.
So it's a nice mix. And
Are you doing like a dinner and then?
yeah, doing some food, a sit-down meal, and then as many bottles of red wine as I can get through. What about yourself?
I like that idea. Yeah, I was kind of planning on going to a club.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I did last year. Usually they have a big party. But I like your plan better. Maybe I'll just have to come crash your party.
The more the merrier is the way I work, yeah. I mean, what do people usually do for New Year's Eve in the States?
I think there's big club events and bars and stuff like that have big events, but a lot of people do stuff at home.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel I have a lot of memories of counting down at my grandma's house while my parents were out at a party.
Yeah.
Or with my family. Everyone kind of wears funky clothes, lots of metallic, silver, gold. I think the sunglasses with the year.
They're amazing, the sunglasses. They're like 2000 for the eyes. I love those things. Like little accessories that
It worked better when it was 2004, 2005, but now that we have 2014, it's a little more difficult to get the sunglasses to work.
That might be difficult. Well, I don't know. I'm sure we'll have fun anyway.
Yeah.
You're welcome to come to the house.
Oh, thank you.
Here we are, back with actual expressions. Let's take a look at the vocab words and then quickly move on to our patterns for today. So, hangover may be an easy word for many of our viewers, but just in case you're not sure which word to use in a situation where you want to talk about the delayed aftermath, the after effects, the delayed after effects, of drinking too much. So you're feeling sick, you feel nauseated, you have a very bad headache the night or the day after you drink too much. After effect is a synonym. Morning after is another way of putting it. But hangover definitely is a word you want to know, okay? Mix is just another word for combination, so keep that in mind. Crash. I would not be able to give you many synonyms for this, but remember, if you crash a party, it means to go to a party without an invitation or without permission, okay? And crash can be used in many other situations. But in today's actual talk, it meant to go without an invitation or permission, okay? Here we go, funky, funky. There's funky music, there's funky clothes, there are funky hairstyles, okay? It can mean that it's fashionable. Hip, which is informal, but yes, casually used a lot, means stylish. What about welcome? Here we go, welcome. Embrace. Receive gladly is probably a definition for it. Accept is a synonym, okay? So welcome is a word you can make use of as well. Now let's review as many or as many as something. So as many means a large number, okay? Or the same number as something, the same number of. We often say as many something as possible, as we often say as much as possible, right? So the same number of something could also be used as many as. Here is a sample sentence to help you understand how it can be used in a sentence. You can take as many pens as you need. Okay, so you can take as many pens as you need. You can take as many pens as you want. Okay, so this is how you can use as many as in a sentence. And one more. The more, the merrier. This idiom has been around for a very long time, and it's used quite often still till this day, so do keep it in mind. What does it mean? It means that the more people that are involved, the more fun it is. So the more people, the merrier it is. The more, the merrier. I invited all of my friends to my birthday party. The more, the merrier, right? So let's try it one more time. I invited all of my friends to my birthday party. The more, the merrier, right? So keep in mind. In those situations where you want to say the more people, the more exciting, you can say, hey, the more, the merrier. Please do make sure you practice these more on your own. Job well done.
Can you believe it's almost 2015 already? It feels like just yesterday it was 2014, but now it's already around the corner, 2015. I can't believe it. So I don't know too much about Korea, but I know in America, the New Year, bringing in the New Year is a big deal. Usually we go to parties with our friends and our families at a club or a bar or just even someone's house. We all get together to bring in the New Year together. And when you go to these parties, you just can't wear any old thing. You need to wear something very fashionable. I don't know why we do this, but often we wear sparkly things, especially girls. So anything sparkly, glittery, anything shiny. I'm not sure why though. And also, we always bring the New Year together. For example, we do the countdown, like right before midnight. We say 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we say Happy New Year! And we sing the New Year song. And then if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, or if you're married, whatever, you have a New Year's kiss. It's very romantic. So this is what we do to celebrate the New Year. I'm sure Korea might be similar, but yeah, that's what we do to bring in the new year.
With today's actual story, Whitney has helped us out, so let's check out what she's mentioned about New Year's Eve. She said, "It feels like just yesterday it was 2014, but now it's already around the corner." What is around the corner? 2015. So here we go. It feels like just yesterday, okay? It feels like it's only been a couple of days. It feels like it was just yesterday that it was 2014, but wow, time flew by really quickly and now it is already around the corner. 2015 is around the corner. When you say that something is around the corner, you're saying that it's very close by. So she's saying, wow, it's already 2015. We all get together. Get together means what? Gather together, get together, to bring in the new year together. Bring in means to welcome, okay? You could also ring in the new year as in R-I-N-G, okay? When would we say this? Often at the end of the year or New Year's Eve, we do the counting down and a bell is often rung, right? So you would ring in the new year. You would welcome the new year, ringing a bell. That's ringing in a new year. And here it's bringing in the new year. Bring in, welcome the new year. And finally, she talks about how to dress. You need to wear something fashionable. This is if you're planning a very exciting New Year's Eve. So yes, dress fashionably, everyone. That's a wrap.
Can you believe it's almost 2015 already? It feels like just yesterday it was 2014, but now it's already around the corner, 2015. I can't believe it. So I don't know too much about Korea, but I know in America, the New Year, bringing in the New Year is a big deal. Usually we go to parties with our friends and our families at a club or a bar or just even someone's house. We all get together to bring in the New Year together. And when you go to these parties, you just can't wear any old thing. You need to wear something very fashionable. I don't know why we do this, but often we wear sparkly things, especially girls. So anything sparkly, glittery, anything shiny. I'm not sure why though. And also, we always bring the New Year together. For example, we do the countdown, like right before midnight, we say 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we say Happy New Year! And we sing the New Year song. And then if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, or if you're married, whatever, you have a New Year's kiss. It's very romantic. So this is what we do to celebrate the New Year. I'm sure Korea might be similar, but yeah, that's what we do to bring in the New Year.
It's time for us to say goodbye to year 2014. Although there are a couple of days left, soon we'll be able to say Happy New Year to each and every one of our friends and family members. Anyhow, hope that you had a lot of fun today and learned lots. Now you know what to do on New Year's Eve and what to say on New Year's Eve as well. Our next topic will be the New Year 2. We'll talk about New Year's resolutions. What is your New Year's resolution? We'll talk about that next time. In the meantime, come to our homepage, everyone. Come on over to www.ebse.co.kr. Look for Actual English with Jennifer and post up your thoughts, questions if you have any, on our message board. Okay, time is up. That's all we have for you today. Have a wonderful day. We'll catch you again tomorrow. Bye, everyone.